my keys, drop my on the dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophy's unidentical. I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BGs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800. Eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. Yeah. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Play action now. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there on 20 yards. Carr now on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They find some open field here, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Now a play fake. Carr. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The Saints at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in losers in 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. That's what they're playing really well here.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Winston. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here we go with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
7-7, our score after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That open man that time, we ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Caught outright by Renfro. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7.
It's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. You ran a little offensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First down, Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? So back-to-back plays, each get moving. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
This defense will go back to the zone coverage. Make sure that you have eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop the run the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pass down its tracks.
The one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Denzel Perryman with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And the Raider first down.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Go back to that same route. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that one. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on Halloween as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And the Raider first down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're about to get this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls, and this isn't working, and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
He may be a bit undersized compared to modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
For the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Carr going to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the plays. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Las Vegas.
From midfield, here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another sound defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from the 20. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Raiders 31, Saints 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the... And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Carr. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
29! 29!
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return, Hardy. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw again on second down. Winston. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan. And
oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Raiders 38, Saints 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah, absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for the Saints.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
He was brought down by Matthew Butler.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for the Saints.
Winston now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Okay, now.
On 1st down, Carr. It's caught here by Adams. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Carr gonna throw here. Rolling to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Now Carr again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Yeah, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance, that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to knock the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murdered my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I